everyone, I hope you're good. So basically in this video I want to show you how to build a dev portfolio website like this one without doing any coding, and you'll be able to kind of like update all the content, everything that's in here. You'll be able to update it directly from Notion. Again, there'll be no coding, just going to be a lot of clicking and typing. So hope you're ready. So this is just an open source dev portfolio template that I got from GitHub. I use it for my website, overtimemguti.com. It's kind of like simple, it shows your name and then it shows your headline, and then when you click work with me, this basically kind of like opens up the mail client for the visitor to send you an email, if they want to work with you or whatever they want to email you about. And then there is like the experience here. So this basically shows like your the work you have done, not really the work you have done, like the companies you've worked with, let's say you've done internships and stuff. So you're just gonna, internships, vacation work, you just, add them here. And then if you go down, there's like education, everything that has to do with education, you just like institutions and stuff, you just, add them here. And then, the last one is, or not really the last one, the next one is like the side projects. So it's like everything that you've been working on, whatever you've been working on is like your side projects or latest projects. It should have been nice. Okay, let's just say side projects. So, and then lastly is like your top skills, like what are you good at, like the skills you have and stuff. You can just edit there. I see I only have like technical skills. I don't have like the soft skills and stuff, but I don't know, maybe I should just change that later. But you're also gonna have like a form that's working. So this form is going to be working. And just the footer is basically kind of like your links and your name and the 2023 2022 the year. Like I said, there'll be no coding. You're just going to be clicking and clicking. So let us get started. Cool. So like I said, we're going to be using Notion as like the dashboard to kind of like change content on our website. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is to sign into your Notion account. All right, so I'm already signed in, but if you're not, obviously just sign in and you're going to end up on your Notion. Cool. Once you signed in, you just need to copy the template that I created, which is basically specifically for updating the content for this website. It's kind of like your dashboard for this for your personal website, which is going to look like this. All right, so I will share the link in the description for the video, but I already have it. For now, let me just copy it. So you just copy the link to the template and you just paste it. Don't worry if you're replacing the current page. It's going to take you back to here. So you're just going to paste it there. Just paste a link onto your browser to the template. So open the link and you'll see something like this. So this is basically kind of like the template that you will duplicate into your workspace to be able to update the content for your website. So how you duplicate it, you basically, if you go check there at the top, it's going to say duplicate next to search. You just click duplicate, and then obviously if you're logged in, it's going to do its thing, and then you're going to be presented with a screen that says you're supposed to select which workspace you want to duplicate that template into. And I would choose this one because this is the one I'm using. This is where I'm working my weekend projects. So I'm just going to click that one, and when it's done, obviously everything will now be in your workspace. All right. Okay, so if we explore this, personal information is basically information about you, the developer. So if we just open that, nothing interesting here, just a nice database. And if you click the entry, so this page here is basically your information. As you can see, the title is your name. So if you want to change the name, just change it here. Cool. Yeah, so what you see here is basically status is public. I will explain this later once everything's done, what this basically means. Okay, let me just explain it now. So when it's public, it basically means that this information is showing on your website, and when it's in draft, it means that all the changes you're doing when it's in draft are not showing. They will only show when you take it to public. That's basically what this thing means. Obviously, you can see here I have a nice picture of myself, and for your website, you'll like for your dashboard, you'll obviously change this. It will be weird to my picture there. Yeah, so just change that and change your name. Okay, yeah, just change that. Your top skills, whatever you want to add there. So these skills are basically what's showing here. If you just scroll down, what's showing here. Everything that's showing here is are the skills that you selected here. Remember, this is your personal information, all right? That's going to be showing on the website. So the emails, the GitHub, LinkedIn, Twitter, Medium, these are just, you know, what they say. They are your email address, and, you know, your GitHub, link to your GitHub, link to your LinkedIn, and link to your Twitter, and link to your Medium profile, if we can call it that. Yeah. And obviously here you then have a nice description about yourself. Yeah, you know, just say something about you. So obviously what you have here, the content of this page is basically what's showing if you just scroll up here, like here. All right, so that small piece of text there is what's showing in here. Cool. So that's your personal information. All right, I'm going to show you how to connect everything. For now, just exploring the dashboard of how your website is going to be, or how, you know, what you're going to use to edit your website. So that was your personal information. Now if you check the experience, remember your experience is basically the companies you have worked for. So currently I'm working for Varsity Newspaper. I worked with these guys. Okay, self-employed is not really a company. Yeah, whatever you want to write there, it's your thing. Obviously, if you want to add a new entry, just click there and then just say new company. Don't create a new page, like click new, just use that drop down there. You see where it says new, like the blue button there? There's like an arrow pointing down. You just click the arrow and then it's going to show you these two options here. Just click new company, because it comes with like some configuration, if I can call it that, like some options already selected for you if you click new company. Basically, if you populate this template from, yeah, if you populate the new company template for experience. Yeah, so that's how you add a new company. So how you add a company is basically, this is the name of the company. You just create a new page and then, you know, obviously through that drop down there, don't forget that, and then you just, you know, add the name of the company, and you know, is it public? Remember if you said if a page is public, then it's showing on your website, and if it's in draft, it's not showing on your website. All right, so role, web developer. What were you doing basically there? What was your role? This is a multi-select. Oh no, it's a single select. So your role, and then the period basically is like how long have you been working there? So Varsity Newspaper UCT is a company I'm currently working for. So if you just go down, you'll see Varsity Newspaper UCT, and then, yeah, web developer is the role I selected here, and then the period is what's showing here. All right, and here this text here, or the content of the page, is basically the description of my role there. What was I doing there? Yeah, whatever you want to write, you know, remember it's your portfolio, so you write whatever you want. Cool. So that's basically how you edit companies. So experience, yeah, experience. That's how you add experience. So if you go back and we check education, so this is kind of like the institutions where you studied. I'm currently doing my BSc, so this is what you see, and a nice picture there, you know, that guy floating in space. Yeah, he's doing that. I don't know what he's doing. Yeah, just stuff. So cool. Yeah, so this is kind of like University of Cape Town. Obviously, if you went to a different university, you will add your own university and remove this one. Again, here, you know, there is like a nice new school drop down. So template, I mean, new school template. Just click there whenever you want to add a new school. For example, let me just show you what I mean by this. So if you want to add a new school, let's say you studied at Harvard, you know, you just click new school, and then you just how do you spell Harvard? Okay, that I don't know. Let's say I went to Vets University. I'm just going to write Vets University. And then that's that. Then obviously I'm going to change this to whatever I want, maybe to a logo for Vet University. Yeah, and then here I will start writing, you know, what was I basically studying there at Vet University. This is interesting because it's not really showing here. Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. Okay, I don't know what's happening there, but it's supposed to be showing this description. But yeah, that's basically how you add a new, you know, university. And then once you're done, you just change the draft to public so that it can show on your website. Remember that. And even when it's already showing on your website, you know, when you want to edit something, you just come back, change it to draft, and then when you're done, change it to public. All right, cool. So that's how you know, add stuff. So obviously I'm not in vet, so I'm going to remove this. Cool. So that's your education. Now, latest projects is kind of like the same. You know, if you want to add a new project, drop down, new project. So this template has been really you know, designed nicely regarding how you create new stuff, because it comes with like options already selected for you, if I can put it like that. So yeah, here's the very same thing. The only difference here, you will see that your projects have like images or thumbnails. I don't know, you know, what you want to call it. And what that basically means is, where it comes in is basically when your project is showing here, it's going to put the image right on the left, and then it's going to put, you know, the description and the title, the description, and the, you know, the link on the right. So for side projects, the display also includes images. So yeah, just remember that. So how it looks, basically same thing. The first block that you're gonna add, when you're editing your content, is like the image for that for the, what do you call this, for the, where are we, for the project. Yeah, so you're gonna have the image for the project, and then below that you just add the content that or the description of your project. Like this is my description, and then I add a nice emoji there, which is what's currently showing here. All right, remember we haven't connected anything so far. All right, I'm just like walking you through what's happening here. Yeah, and if you just check the properties, it's like status, again, status, draft, public, same thing, and then you have the link to the project. Let's say someone wants to view your project, so the link basically comes in here. So when they click here, what you set the link to be is where they're going to be taken for that project. All right, so yeah, so that's how like our dashboard looks. So what we want to do now is basically start connecting everything so that we can be able to have our website running and be able to change the content on the Notion, like on Notion, and have it reflected on our website. Cool. So I'm gonna close this because this is the one I did like last week, or well, not really last week, a while back. Yeah, this one is already working, like, it's done properly. Now I'm just gonna create kind of like a new website that, like, from scratch, using this method. No coding, just Notion and GitHub. If you don't have GitHub, don't worry. You just need to sign in. That's basically all. So let's just close that. Cool. Now what you want to do is go to GitHub and clone the source code for the website, for our website. Basically, I'm going to add the link in the description, but for now I'm just going to copy it from my notes here. So just take the link and paste it right here at the top. So yeah, just paste it right there at the top, and this is where this is what you're gonna see. Don't worry if you don't understand what's happening here. You just need to, you don't need to understand, or you don't have to understand. You just need to, just do the clicking, move everything to your website. So once you get here, you're just going to go to fork. So you see it says watch, people watching this. I don't really care about that. And just here, next to that, you're going to see this option to fork the code, the repository to your account. All right. Obviously, just make sure that you signed into your GitHub account, and then just click this option here, and then it's going to ask you, create a new fork, or a fork is a copy of a repository. So yeah, that we understand. And if you want to read that, but you definitely can. So by default, forks are named the same as the reference repository. You can customize the name, distinguish it from, distinguish it further. You don't need to do that. So just click create fork, and that's going to add it to your GitHub account now. All right. So now the source code is in your GitHub account, and that's what we want. All right. Cool. Now we are moving good. Next, we need to use a tool. Okay, now let me just explain where we are. We have our website described or programmed on GitHub, but our data is in Notion. So basically, we need to link them together. And to do that, we're going to be using a tool called MotionLink. All right. And yeah, that's the tool that we're going to be using. So MotionLink is kind of like a tool that allows you to, connect a website on GitHub to some data in Notion. I mean, that's how I can explain it. So what they say here is basically a tool that can be used to publish content to a blog, portfolio, or documentation website directly from Notion. Okay, we don't really care. Okay, not that you don't care, we don't really need to go into that for now, because I'm going to show you how we're going to use it. So if you want to go read all of that, just go ahead. So what you need to do now is just go to the console. So just at the top, on the top right corner, you're going to see an option that says console. And that's where we want to go. We want to sign into MotionLink. So let's wait for that. Cool. So it's going to give you the screen. So obviously, remember, you already have your GitHub account. Remember, if you don't have a GitHub account, you just need to, if you didn't have a GitHub account, you just need to go to github.com, and then it's gonna, there's an option there to create an account. Just create an account. It's simply like entering your email, verifying your email, and then you have an account. So if you don't have one, just go to github.com, create a GitHub account, and you should be good. And so where were we? Right, we were here about to sign into MotionLink. So we're going to sign in with our GitHub account. Just click sign in with GitHub, and then some process happens, and then we end up with this. It's like magic. Just click on it, and stuff happen. Cool. So we are signed in. Obviously, you know, if you check there, you're gonna see that your email and your stuff happening there. Cool. So we signed into MotionLink. Now we just need to connect it to Notion. All right. So it's already connected to GitHub because we signed into GitHub. Or we signed in with GitHub, and now we just need to connect it to Notion. Cool. So how you do that? Just say authorize with Notion, and it's going to take you to your. It's going to show you your Notion workspaces, and you just need to authorize there. So the one that we want is, remember, I'm working in this one. You might be, obviously you'll be working on a different workspace. So just select the workspace that you copied the original template in. So that's your the workspace that you'll be working in. So just select that workspace and then click select pages, and then from there you only, I don't know why by default you're selecting everything. You don't need to select everything. Okay, let me just clear everything. You just need to select this one, the first one where it says personal website, like the one we just copied. All right, you just need to select that one because that's the one that we need for our website, because that's where our data is, I mean. So just select allow access for that, and it's going to do its thing again, you know, the background magic, and it's going to take you to the screen. Cool. Awesome. So what you want to do now is basically, okay, let me show you where we are. Now we've already connected our Notion with our GitHub, but we just need to tell MotionLink which databases actually contain the actual data. All right. So the first database we have is the one that contains our personal information. The next one contains our experience, and then we have education, and then we have the latest projects one. All right. So there's 4 databases that we need to link. So yeah, 4 databases we need to link, and MotionLink calls those links. All right. So a link is basically a database connected to your GitHub repository or your website, if you can simplify it like that. So yeah, let's create our first link. Our first link is going to be for our personal information. So what that basically means is that we're going to be telling MotionLink where to get our personal information for the website that we have. All right, like for the source code that we have for the website. Cool. Okay, let me just show you what happened there. Just click create new link, and then it's going to show you this dialog here. How I like to name my links is basically say like add the project name, and then, you know, add like a small dash, and then enter the name of the link. So what I mean by that is that, so my project right now is my personal website. All right, so I'm just going to say personal website, and then I enter the name of the link, which is personal information. Just be careful with the spelling here. All right, personal information, that's the name. All right, that's what comes after the what do you call this, after this symbol here. Personal information is what comes after that. So but I'm saying be careful with the spelling, because the website we just cloned actually requires that this link, a link with this name, exists, personal information. So if you made a mistake, like added a D at the end, then it won't find it, and it, you know, it will give you some errors and stuff, which is, you know, not what you want. So just be careful with all the links that we're going to create. There's 4 of them. Just be careful with the spelling. All right. So personal information, personal website, personal information. And the database that contains our personal information is the one that's called personal information. All right. So that's basically this database here. So if you notice, MotionLink picked it up, and it's this one. So personal information is the database that we're going to select, and the GitHub repo is the one we just cloned on GitHub. All right. And that's basically this one. I only have one. Obviously, if you have many, you might need to scroll down till you find, you know, this one. So it's dev portfolio template. So just select that and create your first link. Cool. All right, there we go. So that's the first link. Now you just need to create the second one. Remember, there's 4. So personal information is done. Now you're going to do experience. Again, just be careful with the spelling, experience. So personal website dash and experience, and then again, okay, this time I'm going to select experience. Obviously, if you have a lot of databases linked with MotionLink, you might need to scroll down until you find the databases that you want. So currently we only have like this one, so we're happy. So you're just going to select experience, which is this one, and then you can select the same GitHub repo that we just cloned. So for all these links, the repo is going to be the same, because it's like 4 databases all providing data to the same website. All right, so basically the same GitHub repo. So you create the link. That's the second one. So what's the third one? Education is the third one. So just click create link, and then personal website. If you do make a mistake with the naming and you created a wrong link, I'm going to show you how to delete it now. So right now we're doing education, right? So education, and then the database is going to be education, and then select the same repo and then create your link. All right, so I was saying if you do make a mistake with naming your links for this project, you just need to just hover over it, and it's going to show you this red arrow, and then you just click the arrow, delete it, and then create the proper one. All right, so there's no option to edit links. Just delete them, and then you just add the proper one. Cool. So let's add the last one now. So the last link is latest projects. So let's just click that, and then personal website, latest projects, personal website, latest projects. And then it's important that you don't forget the dash there, that character there. I don't know if there's a special name for it. After the name of your project, just add the dash, and then you have the name of the link. Anyway, yeah, just don't forget that. So after you've added that, you're doing latest projects now, right? So just select the latest projects, and then you select the repo, and then you click create your link. Awesome. That is all that we needed from MotionLink, basically. So what we need to do now is go back to our GitHub, and okay, first we need to copy the arguments that MotionLink that this code here requires to be able to basically upload our website, right? Right, yeah, I don't know how to, like, I don't want this thing to get too technical, so I'm trying to keep it really simple. Yeah, so you just select everything. If you just move your mouse there on the right, on the top right corner of a link, you will see a box, a checkbox basically, and you just select all of them. For all 4 links, just select that box, and then you'll see this button here at the top will show up, which says show args or show arguments, and then just click that, and then you'll see this dialog here, and then just click copy. All right, be careful not to click close and think you click copy. Just click copy, and that's all that we needed. So we've copied the arguments. Now we just need to go back to our GitHub, and okay, so in our dev portfolio template that we cloned, go to settings, and if you scroll down, you'll see something that says secrets. Yeah, secrets, and then actions. That's the option that you want to go to, secrets, options, and then start adding a new secret there. The secret you want to add is called motion_link_vars. all right, motion_link_vars. That's the secret that we wanted to copy, that we want to add, and then here just paste what you copied from the MotionLink dashboard or console. Yeah, just as it is, don't edit anything, just copy it as it is, and then click add secret. MotionLink vars is the secret that you wanted to add, and if you check, it's been added, so that is sorted out. Cool. Now what we need to sort out is the hosting service for our website. All right, there's a lot of like hosting services out there, but the one that we're going to be using is Netlify. So Netlify, okay, we don't need this MotionLink thing now, so we can just close this and close that. Cool. So the one that you're going to be using is called Netlify. So Netlify is basically Netlify dot, I'm not sure if it's .com. Let's try .com. Netlify.com is going to be the hosting service that you're going to be using. Okay, it might not be Netlify.com. Oh yeah, it is. Lucky us. Cool. This is the hosting service that you're going to be using. It's free, or for our project it's going to be free, so you don't need to pay anything. Don't worry about the pricing stuff and all the other stuff they have. So just click log in right there at the top. There's like a login option, just click that, and then we're going to log in with GitHub here again. Don't use email because it's easy to, yeah, those things get lost. So just click there, log in with GitHub, and then it's going to direct you to GitHub, and GitHub might ask you to log in and all the stuff, but yeah. And then once you've authorized GitHub, is going to take you back to the screen. I've already authorized it before, so I don't need to authorize it again. But obviously, if you have to authorize for the first time, then GitHub is going to show you a window saying you want to authorize Netlify to basically access your account. Yeah. Just if you do get that window, just click authorize. That's all you have to do when you get to the screen. Just click authorize, and then you're going to end up here. Awesome. Now we're doing good. The first thing that you need to do now is to add, okay, if you log into Netlify for the very first time, you might not get this these options here at the top and all this stuff, you'll only see this little box here, the one that I'm circling out. So you'll only see this. So what they're saying here is basically they want you to host your very first website, but we're not hosting your website for now. We just want to copy some stuff. So if you just check there, it says or deploy, or deploy manually. So it's like a drop like a box where you can drop a folder in there. Just take any empty folder from your computer and just drop it there. I already have an empty folder set up. Well, not really set up, I already have an empty folder. So just take an empty folder and drop it there. All right, so where it says deploy manually, there's like a box there where you can drop your website thingy. So just drop any empty folder. Yeah, just drop in any empty folder that you have, and there we go. So by doing that, it will create a website for you. It says here site has not yet been deployed, but we don't really care about that for that because our folder was empty, I think. But yeah, we don't really care. So once you've done that, just click domain, okay, not domain settings, site settings. All right, next to domain settings there is site settings. There it shows the gear thingy, and then there's a site settings button. Just click that. We want to copy the site ID, which is this one. All right, just copy the site ID. If you see next to site ID, there's the ID itself, and then there's a copy button there next to it. So just copy that, click there, and it's gonna say it's copied. And then go back to GitHub. Remember, you're still in the secrets screen. Just add another secret there. This one is going to be called Netlify underscore site underscore ID. All right, remember to get the spellings right, or to write them as I'm writing them on the screen. So Netlify underscore site underscore ID. Yeah, to get the naming right rather. And then where it says value, just paste the site ID that we just copied as it is. Don't add or remove anything, and click add secret. Awesome, we're doing good. Just one more secret that we need to copy and we should be good to move on to the next step. So the next secret that we need to copy, you will find, okay, so on Netlify, just where it shows your profile, all right, where it shows like a profile drop down, just hover over it. Actually not hover, just click on it and then go to user settings, and you should be taken to your user settings, and then just go to applications. On the left you will have a navigation thingy. Just go to applications there. Just click applications and then scroll down a little where it says personal access tokens. We want to create a new access token. Now this you should not share with other people, but I know after this video I will delete mine, so you guys will see it now, but when I'm done recording the video I will delete it, so if you try to use it it won't work. Okay, cool. So new access token. Cool. Click create new access token, and it's going to ask you for a description. Interesting, I don't know why it's asking this, but let's just give it a description. Okay, to help us remember what it will be used for. Okay, for our, for this website or for this project, I'm just going to say for our personal website. Yeah, for our personal website. And then, yeah, that's the description that I'm going to use. Then just click generate token. And then it's going to show you this, this key. And I'll be careful, to close your window because you won't see it again. They only generate it once, they only show it once, I mean. So once it's off, you won't see it again. So copy it to clipboard for security. After you navigate off this page, yeah, no one will be able to see the token again. So just copy that token and make sure you copy it, hey? And then you go back to your GitHub repository and add one more secret. This is the last one. And this one you're gonna call Netlify auth token. Just make sure they're all in uppercase. Get the naming in the uppercase right. So Netlify auth token. So where it says value, just paste the token that you just copied there. So Netlify auth token, and then just paste the value you copied, and then you add the secret. Awesome, we are doing good. We actually, I think we're done. Yeah, we are done. Our website is now ready for testing. Okay. So let's just go back to Netlify and see what's happening now. Just want to show you that it's currently empty. Nothing is happening. Okay, I just want to go back to where I was taken, like the login, like the home page. I mean, there we go. So I'm in the home page, and this is our website, by the way. This thing here where it says sites. This is the website that we just pushed with the empty folder. Remember, we use an empty folder, meaning our website is basically empty. The site has not yet been deployed. Interesting. So we don't really care about that. If you want to change the domain, like the ugly name there, like something 4 6E4. Okay, it's like a code or something. If you want to change that to something better for you, just click domain settings, and where it says options, click edit site name, and then just change that to I do not know what to call it. Okay, I'm gonna say Batandwa awesome.netlify. Obviously you will go with something that's more nice for you, so I'm just going to go with this. Hopefully it's not taken. I think it will show an error if it's taken, but this one is not taken, luckily. Cool. So that means now to basically visit our website, you just need to go to batandwaawesome.netlify.app. In this video I'm not going to show you how to add a domain, like a custom domain, but yeah, if you want to add a custom domain, there's a lot of other videos on YouTube that show you how to do that. For example, like if you wanted to change this to batandwamgutu.com, yeah, there's a lot of videos that show you how to do that. You just have to purchase the domain. There's nothing much that, there's nothing that complicated about it. But if you just check our website, it's currently showing nothing, like page not found, because remember we uploaded an empty folder, so it's basically empty. There's no website. So we just need to get things started now. Cool. So everything is connected now. Everything is ready for us to start pushing changes so that our website can actually be showing, so that our visitors can see it. So all the setting up is just, we no longer need the GitHub and everything. So from now on, everything we're going to be doing will be with Notion. Cool. The first thing that we need to do is to get the initial run for our website. So what that basically means is we need to have our website like run for the very first time, or to be deployed for the very first time. So how you do that, just click any database, and I just want to show you, just of the 4 databases, just click any one. Remember, MotionLink is watching all 4 of them, so just click any one and click any page or any entry, and then where it says status, all right, change that to draft, and then change it back to public. There we go. That's how you initialize the first version of your site, rather. Or that's how you're gonna initialize the first version, because MotionLink is basically watching for this status here. So if it's in draft, it doesn't really care. But if it's in public, then it starts saying, okay, now we need to show whatever is happening on the website. All right. So what we're doing now, remember the website is currently empty. So what we just told MotionLink now is that we want everything to be showing. Yeah, I hope I'm explaining everything right. Anyway, that's what's going to happen now. Okay, it takes like a few seconds for our website to basically start showing, but let's just go back to it. Remember we said batandwaawesome.netlify. Batandwa awesome. Okay, it's not showing now. Let me just go back to Netlify. Just get to get the link to our website. There we go. That's the link we want. It's still not showing. In fact, if you go to your GitHub and you just check the dev portfolio template where it says, okay, this is rather not good, because it's basically supposed to be showing our workflows here. Okay, one thing we forgot to do is that we're supposed to enable our workflows on GitHub. Cool. So remember we just changed this thing from draft to public, but still our website is not showing. We missed one more step. My bad for that. So if you just go back to your GitHub, if you go back to your GitHub and you go to your actions, all right, just go to where it says actions. Go back to GitHub, open the repo that we cloned, and then go to where it says actions. And then you will see something that says workflows are not being run in this forked repository, and then gives you all the other stuff. So what we want is to enable this, because the MotionLink basically needs this. So you just need to enable this. I understand my workflows, go ahead and enable them. So just click enable. So rest assured these workflows are safe. All right. So it's now enabled. Cool. So once it's enabled, if you go back to the repository, now let's initiate that initial upload one more time. So open any page, and then where it says status, just change it to draft, and then change it back to public. All right, cool. Now if you go back to your GitHub and then just refresh the page, you're supposed to see an orange dot next to your site. Okay, still not showing. Let's just see one more time. There we go. So next to your site, there's supposed to be an orange dot there. So when that finishes, and it finishes successfully, well, it's supposed to finish successfully because this code is basically working. So when that finishes, your website will be live, basically. All right, and you'll be able to to make your changes. So how long that takes is basically kind of like a measure of how long it's going to take for the changes you make on your Notion to reflect on your website. So just give it time. You know, if you understand what's happening, you can just click the details and then you can see all the steps. For example, you can see here MotionLink did its thing and that finished successfully, and now it's doing the Netlify thing to push the changes to Netlify so that your website can show. So obviously you don't need to understand this, but if you do understand it, that's basically or if you are interested, that's basically what's happening. So the MotionLink step is basically pulling your data from Notion, and the Netlify step is basically uploading your data to your website. That's to the hosting service for your website. That's what's happening here. So as you can see here, it's like 1 minute and 23 seconds now. So that's basically how long it takes for the website for the changes you make on GitHub to show on your website. Let me see. 1 minute and 32 seconds. So, you know, in future when you make changes on your Notion that you publish to your website, it will take about 1 minute and 32 seconds for them to reflect on your website. So if you go back to our website now and you click refresh, we're supposed to see the beautiful site that we had. There you go. No coding required, just a beautiful portfolio. So what I'm going to show you now, basically, okay, let's just admire what's happening here. I don't want to move too fast. This is our website now. So we don't really need the GitHub thing now. So we're done. So we have our website and we have our Notion dashboard. So those are the two things that we need to basically have our website. What I want to do now is show you how you can edit the content. All right. I know I've already shown you before, like when you started the video, but I just want to show you one more time, just in case you're wondering what's happening. Okay, so this is our website and it's working properly. So what you're going to do now, let's say I want to change this description here. All right, I don't know what I'm going to write. The first thing you want to do is the status. You want to change the status to draft, because then that tells MotionLink that you're now working on this thing. So you should not like watch every keystroke that you're typing and then push that to your website, because that will be inefficient for it. So set it to draft and then make your changes and then you'll be good. I really don't know what I'm going to type here, hey, but let me just try. Let's say a, and then and a nice emoji there. Actually, this is really not professional, so hopefully you're not typing this. My name is Batanda. I love coding and computers and everything. I don't know what I'm typing, but I'm typing something. And everything tech. Well, not really everything tech, but yeah. I used to cycle, but then I lost my bike. I used to cycle, and then I lost my bike. What else? Yeah, and I'm still budgeting for a new one, and I'm still budgeting for a new one. If you're a good person and you would like to donate one for a new one, I'm using Grammarly, by the way, so it kind of like gives me all those nice options to edit my thingy. Please, okay, feel free to donate one. Haha. And just add a nice smiling face there. So basically what I'm showing you is basically how do you edit your content here. So obviously you can edit everything that's happening here. Let's say, for example, I want to remove like the skills and add something like I can laugh. It's all up to you, hey. So I can laugh, obviously everyone can laugh. And what else can I think of? Okay, that's where we're gonna start. Cool. So we've now updated that. So once we're done, we just need to change the thingy from draft to public. Then it's gonna take 1 minute and 32 seconds for it to show up on our website, the one that you just uploaded. All right. So 1 minute and 32 seconds for it to show up on our website. Obviously, you can keep doing your changes. Okay, not there. What else can you change here? Education, and your education institution. Let's say you made a typing error. Yeah, so basically just do your changes here. But remember one very important thing. Every time you change something, you just make sure the page that you're changing has a status set to draft. And then and then when you're done, you want everything to be published, just set it back to public. So yeah, hey, that's basically how you build a developer portfolio from the template that we had, I mean, and be able to publish, or update its content directly from Notion without doing any, coding or getting too technical and all this stuff. Because I know some people using the Notion API, they, using like building some really interesting stuff with it. And one thing that's like my friends and some of the people I know, they're complaining about was they don't know the coding stuff, but they also want to be able to use their Notion for custom websites, but they don't want to get to the coding thingy. So the whole point here is just to show you that if you are a developer, first of all, you can build templates like the one that we had, the one that we cloned from GitHub. You can build templates that people can use to build websites with GitHub, Notion, and MotionLink, and MotionLink, and be able to have their websites running without having to know how to code and all this stuff. So yeah, hopefully that was nice. But let's just check if our changes are reflected. So remember, we changed the personal information, and then we added this funny thing here, and then we updated that. But let's just check. It's 1 minute and 32 seconds. There we go. So if you check the about me thingy, it was updated, and then we added this. And if you scroll down, obviously the sales are now updated as well. Obviously, it's your website, make your changes, and now is handling form submissions. All right, so if you just scroll down to the bottom of our website, you will see the get in touch thingy there. So what I want to show you is how you can basically check who your messages, if you can call it that. So let me submit something like, okay, let me not submit anything. Let me first go back to Netlify, because your submissions will go straight to Netlify. So open up your Netlify, just log in with your GitHub, or if you're already logged in, it's going to take you straight to your what do you call this, your dashboard. So just click your website, and then if you just scroll down, you're supposed to see something that says forms, recent form submissions. It's supposed to show this green thing here, which is basically saying form detection is enabled. I don't think you will have any other alert thing here, because the code we're using is basically enabled for forms for Netlify. So let's submit let's submit something. So what's my email? b.mgtsi@gmail.com. all right, let's type a message like hi there, and then just send that. It's supposed to, okay, thank you for your submission, and then thank you, and then go back. And now you, as the owner of the website, can go back and refresh your dashboard, and then you will be able to see the form. There you go, there's the form, not the form, the submission, and you can see who you're supposed to reply to, and you can see their message. So that's how you can handle form submissions. Yeah, just wanted to show you guys that. Awesome. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it, share it, and if you have friends who use Notion but also want to have their own websites, please do share it with them. Yeah, because what I really like is to just show people that it's actually possible to build something with Notion and have a website as beautiful as what we have without doing any coding. So awesome, that's it from me.